So, welcome to the Make It Sound Hawaiian workshop. Sort of looking at a little bit of theory, a little bit of context, a little bit of history, and hopefully just having a nice fun time. So, the purpose of this workshop really is twofold. One, to sort of explore the roots of the ukulele, that is the musical roots, which of course come from Hawaii, the musical roots do. And so, just learning about where the instrument comes. If you were, say, a pianist, you would of course learn, at least in a little bit, about the great pianists of the past, like Chopin and Liszt and Beethoven and all those people. Even if you were playing pop music, you would have at least heard of them. And this kind of workshop is kind of for the same effect, learning about a couple of the old styles and players and things of the ukulele's birth in around the mid to late 1800s. The second part of this is going to be looking at how you could Hawaiianize your own playing with your modern songs or anything you like, really. If you think about Somewhere Over the Rainbow, right, the original song is obviously very orchestral and very westernized, using lots of big sort of classical training and all that kind of stuff. But Iz's version is obviously, it's taken the Western tune and put a Hawaiian spin on it. So it's not a Hawaiian song, unlike some of the melee that we're going to look at in this workshop, but it's a good example to sort of explore the differences between Western and Hawaiian specific. And you can apply the same things to other songs. You know, if you want to make it sound a little bit more Hawaiian, whatever that means, we'll come back to that later. If you want to make it sound more Hawaiian, no matter what the piece, hopefully you'll pick up something that allows you to do that. But how can we make it sound Hawaiian? How can we go from this to this? Hear the difference. Why don't you just have a go at G9 and then I'll come around and see. What's basically going on is we take our G7 and if we take the note that is on the A string, which is a B, what we're doing is putting it on the G string instead, which means we get this really nice open A string. Basically, The next chord is a C13. So let's try and play the C13. Okay, yeah, looking good.
C backwards.
Basically, yes, C backwards. So, what is going on? Why are we doing G9 and C13 and not G7 and C7? Well, both of the chords have an open A string. And actually then the F chord has an open A string too. So we get this nice consistent, what we would consider to be a pedal note. The consistency helps with the smoothness. If you've got consistent things and a constant ringing out through all the chords, then they're going to sound connected because they've got similar notes. So that helps with the smoothness. Additionally, on this string, when we were saying about putting the B on the G string, what happens to that string, specifically the G string, when we move to the C13? It goes down one fret, semitone. And then what happens when we go to an F on that string? That is the least amount of movement that you can have apart from none, you know? So that's why we would play that chord as opposed to, because it allows us to have this really nice, pretty little pattern, and also having that consistent note there.
Mine's a ukulele.
Yes, ukulele, yeah.
And that's what's that? What is it?
Kamaka.
Well, I did look at them. I looked at the newy. Yes.